Hello everyone, this is XXXY,
And GTB.
and this is Phase 5, Ninja Gaiden Black Mission Mode, Master Ninja. There we go, I knew I was forgetting something. I know I don't need to say it all the time, but just for new people who may watch, I do.
It may be your first video.
Yeah, who knows, who knows. So,
In which case, we're kind of crazy. Hello.
but here I think it's more about maybe some Ninpo and more health. I don't need all of the things now. I don't need to upgrade to level 3. And here's the one thing too, if you're keeping in mind, if once you upgrade your Ninpo to level 3, I know this is like one of those duh sayings, but you can't undo it. So if you just upgrade it to level 3 for phase 3 because you have a problem with it, but then you really don't need it in 4 or 5, you know what? You're kind of stuck with it. So plan it out. What was your saying just a while ago about bad planning? Piss poor performance or something like that?
I could be wrong on it, but I think it was proper planning prevents piss poor performance, and that applied to NG is very, very apt, because one thing in particular with regarding the Ninpo, we've mentioned it before, but Inazuma at level 1 and level 2 has this weird phantom hitbox where it's really, really good at knocking down Awakened Alma and Nicchae for some reason. If you upgrade it to level 3, you lose that phantom hitbox for some reason. And having that as just a really consistent way to knock them down is really, really handy. And if you upgrade it to level 3, the odds of it knocking down are kind of on par with Ninpo. It's just a lot if it hits.
I'm surprised that missed. Both of those missed. It's like, now I like to start out with jumping on their head, just because I've tried to like forward Y or something. They block it and then they do the big the fireball or the little small fireball. So I always like start out by jumping on their heads. That way I can control their actions.
Yeah.
Now, I think, like again, I'm surprised that hasn't been killing them. The first two are kind of perfect in what you're doing. Again, I could smoke bomb, and try to get some ETs, but I'm not trying to do that. Again, I stayed behind them to counter. One thing with the other Berserkers, keeping them off screen is something that, so you know, I'm not going to face the other way while the guy's coming down, because if I got my UT ready and then he does his little fire pit, well, I've already lost my UT.
Yeah, exactly. I know you don't have the UF in Eternal Legend, unfortunately, but in terms of damage, the Dark Dragon Blade works virtually the same way. You know, it's forward Y, UT, forward Y, counter, or forward Y, or a wall attack if you want. It's nice to have the Dark Dragon Blade, as for some reason, you know, the immunity that the Berserkers have to the UF is why they're tricky to fight, because you have to fight them so close to being dead.
So one reason I bought 2 big health elixirs is so I would get the blue to come out from here. You know, it's kind of, I don't think it's wasted money, but again, I could have used it for something else. But I like having the blue from here. That way I can use the blue from the Berserker to give me some health, and then this will fill me up. And one quick thing on the Berserkers, if they start sliding around and doing all their other attacks, just jump on their head. That really controls what's going on.
Yeah, it does. They can be annoying doing that too. That flurry they have, where they kind of they do an attack similar to like Ryu's ET. They pull their sword back and then they lunge at you and they do this massive flurry combo. You can stuff that. Like, you can just stuff that outright. As soon as you see them do it, just windle and it cancels it. Like, they can't do it.
Again, this is not the best. I had one where it was just like perfect, and then I failed the time limit on Ishtaros.
How long do you have for Ishtaros? It's not that long, is it?
It's not that long.
No. It's nowhere near on par with like a story time.
There's that phantom hitbox we were talking about.
Ooh, that impulse cheeky.
God.
That's unlucky.
I'm telling you what.
Yeah, when they go underground and she fireballs.
See, there it is again.
Look, yep.
Which you would not get. Yeah, you would not get it with the level 3.
Yeah. Look, the one advantage, I mean, there's a trade-off. You'll notice, like, level 2 Inazuma's not strong enough to kill these imps. Level 3 Inazuma will, of course, kill them. However, it still stuns them. It still takes them out of commission for a while. So you can, do something with that time, even though they're not dead.
God, I was going to on-landing Gleaming Blade and I hit the wall. I was so pissed.
Using the UT actually here is a really great way to evade her projectiles. The true Dragon Sword's regular UT is very long, so you've got a huge amount of invulnerability frames there.
But that's always fun to kill him like that, though.
Yeah, it is. Does she give you essence?
Yes.
I wonder how much she's worth. You know, because you never actually buy anything here. Like, I've never checked.
Yeah. Well, let's see, because I'm at 774 now. I wonder if I look. Oh, it's 7,000. Yeah, it's 7,000.
Wow, that's like nothing.
You would think it would be a lot more, especially killing with the UT. I guess the satisfaction of killing her with the UT is worth a lot more than essence can buy, I guess.
Oh, so these bats, you don't actually have to do the switch to trigger these guys, but if you're here on low health, kill a few of them. For some reason, I don't know why, but these bats are really, really stingy with health orbs. They don't often give you health orbs, but just in case, you can take them out regularly.
Now, I got to this a few times, and I tell you what, I had a hard time making this time limit. It really depends on what she's going to... Yeah, you have 90 seconds.
Only 90 seconds. Yeah, you've got like over 2 minutes on story.
See, that bothers me because I tried to... I know she's going to do that swing attack, and I'm trying to roll, and it's not rolling. And it's happened so many times. It's like, I know I'm not that slow. And if you roll away from her when she does some of these attacks, you're not going to get any... You're not going to get a hit on her. I'm telling you, it just seems to be a little bit different.
You're too far away. One thing you can do on Ishtaros, if you are really struggling, is the Dark Dragon Blade wall attack is actually surprisingly good against her. Pick your opportunity, of course, but you do need to be pretty familiar with how to actually fight her like this. The Dark Dragon Blade wall attacks are pretty good against her, so that's a much easier way to fight her. Firewheels is mounting up. That is some good damage.
Yeah, like I said, I was having a hard time doing it, so I use all my Ninpo. Now, in the original Hurricane pack of this, if you use your Ninpo, you would lose it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no like end of Ninpo bonus here, like so you don't need to worry about it.
See, I rolled the wrong way, and then that whole attack missed. So now I'm thinking, oh my god, am I gonna... And she blocked that and kneed me in the nads. But I switched over to the sun. But see, I mean, I barely made that time limit right there. It was tough to make without using the Ninpo, depending on what she does and, blocking. I mean, you could loop her if she does the kick with the forward XXXX move, but if you're not any good in that and you miss a couple times, you're toast.
Yeah.
So I broke 10 million. That was really kind of my goal. I barely broke it for this. So I put this last part of it. These are all of my scores. We made a video of my scores on Very Hard and then my scores on Master Ninja. So as you can see, other than Got You 5 and obviously Descent of the Fiends 5 and Eternal Legend, I didn't use elixirs on any of these or Ninpo on any of these that I couldn't get back. So I broke 40 million. Not that hard. I don't want to say because it was hard, but I'm saying if you're looking for 40 million, you could obviously use elixirs in some of these missions to get your 40 million if that's all you're going to go for.
Yeah.
To get 50, I'm going to have to farm. The tank getting stuck right there, I mean, we could make a whole video. I think we talked about it on that intro to mission mode, what you're going to need to do. Now, there are a few missions that I kind of have an average to break 50 million. And some of those I've already beat that average, like Military Destruction 2, Captivating Goddess 1, Captivating Goddess 4. So I'm not going to be playing those again, I can tell you that. But almost every mission, like this whole row right here, except for maybe 4, I can improve my score on a ton. Giants of the Underworld, 5, farming Marbus with the Chucks. If the only thing I would probably do is maybe try to do CG5 without using elixirs, but I scored 650. That extra 100,000 is not that big of a deal in terms of the trying to break 50 million. So, anything else you wanted to say about this last part of mission mode?
You mean to tell me you're not gonna go for 600k on MD2?
I don't think anybody's done that. That's not going to be me. Now, to be honest, guys, I'm not sure when I'm going to go for 50. Whenever I lost my hard run due to my hard drive crash, really took a lot out of me because I already had like 10 videos made. spending all that time on Got You 5 really kind of disheartened me, made me lose a taste for just how brutal this is. There's some new games coming out. Fallout, I've always been a big fan of the Fallout series. Red Dead Redemption's coming out. So it might be a little while before I get back to this again. I'm unsure. But hopefully this whole series of the missions have helped people. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. You know, you can always message me on Xbox. It's Bigalski. I appreciate JTB taking the time and doing this. We've had a lot of fun doing it, and hopefully we've given out a good amount of knowledge. And thanks again, everybody, for watching.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.